Welcome to Filmmakers Lab Podcast.
Yes.
This is my host. I'm the host.
Yeah.
This is my guest.
Yes.
Jason C. Louder. C stands for Christopher.
That.
You didn't
God, I didn't think you did that. Nobody ever says it. That's great. Yeah.
You might have seen him on Black Lightning, Wu-Tang Saga. What, Cressy?
I was Cressy. Wu-Tang and American Saga. Yeah, I was Cressy.
Yes.
2 bits in Black Lightning.
2 bits. That's right. I'm so glad you're here.
Me, I'm blessed to be here.
I am so blessed to have you on my show because you were, and we talked about this.
Yes.
You were in my first 48-hour film.
Wow. Yeah.
My very first film that I ever wrote.
First, baby.
And we didn't even get a chance to talk or anything at that time. But I always remembered you, and then we seen each other again.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get to that.
Which was a dope film. Come on, you can't sleep on the Artful Dodger.
Oh, it really was. We didn't win, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, we should have, but I think it was something with the line.
The line, yeah.
I don't think we was on point with
Yeah,
it. Crazy. It was crazy. But as far as I'm concerned, we won.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
In our books. Yes, indeed.
So my topic today is the integrity of film, the integrity that we bring, the integrity of the people that we work with, the integrity of these studios, and just us as individuals, and treating people with kindness in the industry. And the reason why I brought that up for you is because of how much integrity you have and how much I've witnessed that. You know what I'm saying? Just how you treat people. First thing, what does integrity mean to you? What does that word mean?
That word. Like and it's so what's so powerful is that when you learn, like, words are powerful, first and foremost.
You know it.
and so I had to look up the word integrity, and I wanted to look it up, and it said the practice of being honest.
Hey.
Yo, I was like, the practice of being honest and being consistent and uncompromising to an adherence of moral principles, high moral principles and values.
Hello.
I was like,
that's you.
All that. I'm like, and so I want to apologize for my tardiness today because I was out of integrity. I know I was supposed to be here at 12.
Oh,
you know
no,
what I'm
you
saying?
did not just bring that up.
No, I did because I have to. and that's what I want to, I want to continue to be mindful of that because it also said integrity, like, it's respecting others' time.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Respect and not taking advantage of other people. You know what I'm saying? So all that comes into play when you talk about integrity.
Yes.
So I took a workshop back in 2006, 2007, and we were talking about, it talked about being being of high integrity, practicing high integrity. And when you fall out of integrity, it's important to not confess, but it's important to, like, admit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Own up to it, and then ask for forgiveness. And
You're forgiven.
Thank you. So, yes.
And you actually got here a lot quicker than you said you were. So.
I was like, let me get it. Let me push that down. Let me push it. Come on. Atlanta traffic. But
we can't deny it.
Yes. So that means that's important to me. And my father, man, my dad, he always said, be impeccable with your word. And I didn't know that was one of the 4 agreements.
Oh.
That's one of the 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word.
Okay.
And do the best. Always do your best. So those 4 agreements really come into play with integrity. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So that's something that he put into me, and always be honest, son. He said, always be honest, son. And so my mom on the other side, she was like, don't tell him I'm here. If I answer the phone and it's a bill collector, she's like, don't you tell him I'm here. So, but I love mama.
You need that balance.
You need that balance. It's that balance. but that's kept me grounded. In my career, and just like having integrity and making sure that I not only respect myself, but I do respect others.
And it shows.
Wow. Wow, that's a blessing.
It shows.
That's a blessing.
Because I mean, like I said, when I thought about what I was gonna do for my show as far as the topic goes, that just jumped out at me.
Wow.
I said, yeah, that's my guy.
Oh.
He's that guy that is the moral compass for other people that I deal with.
Yeah.
You might not know that, but
Wow.
it really has been. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't acting like Jason. What's up with this dude?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Where's your head at? What's your mindset?
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
is it a problem to be kind? You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with a lot of unkind people in this industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as a black woman, that's a regular thing anyway. But in the business, it's even more so. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
it's
do.
even more so an issue.
Yeah.
So I do look to people to act in a way that I've seen you act.
Wow. And I'm humbled by that. And so like I also think about it and it's like that's the least thing you can do.
Yes.
Be kind to somebody.
Yes.
That's the easiest thing you can do.
Easiest
is
thing.
Be kind. You would think.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would
yeah.
think. And I mean, people we have our days.
We do. We absolutely do.
And I'm sure you have your days.
Absolutely
But
do.
what I can say is I've never seen you raise your voice on set. I've never seen you get angry on set. If anything has ever gone wrong, I've seen you try to, minimalize the situation.
Yeah.
Not minimalize, but be the go-between.
Yes.
You know what
yes.
I'm saying?
Peacemaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what we know about being on set is if you don't have that, if that's not like across the board, you're going to have a problem.
You're going to have a problem.
And of course, you have to lead with that. A lot of times we don't lead with that.
We do not.
We don't.
Yeah.
And it causes problems on set.
Absolutely.
But when you have a Jason Louder on set, it makes me feel better.
Wow. Wow.
It does. And
Yeah.
and I mean, I'm not just saying that.
Wow.
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? That's what jumped out at me. I said, yeah, this is what we got to do when I do Jason. When I have Jason on the show.
That's beautiful. I thank you.
You're welcome. How do you maintain such a high level of integrity? Because your level, it's up here. You know what I'm saying? It really is, Jason. From the way you speak to people, the way you keep yourself, the words that you say, like you said, words have power.
Yes, they do.
We can cast spell with words.
Wow.
People don't realize that.
They don't.
Understand that. You
Yeah.
have to be mindful of things that come out of your mouth.
Wow. Yeah.
How do you maintain that high level? I know you said, and I didn't want to bring this up right now, but I'm going to bring it up. Your dad said, be the person you want.
To be the person you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be that person.
Yeah.
How do you maintain that high level?
I think, he set the example for me. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you.
No doubt.
And so, like, that's what I've always strived to be. I've always strived to be who my dad has shown me.
Nice. Yeah.
And so I got chills. Because he's just an upstanding man, and because I want to be that. That's my go-to.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, he has that bar set, so I'm working on reaching that bar.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's a joy, and now I found it a joy to be kind. I found it a joy to like to speak life into others. I'm like, yes.
And you do.
Oh, wow.
The first time you called me beloved, I was like, and don't take this the wrong way. Yeah. It was, wow, okay, that's pretty cool.
Wow,
Yeah, you don't get that. Hey, scripty.
Yeah.
Hey, it's that.
Yeah.
But you showed that you cared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not just about the set and the movie, but about each individual person.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I can't say that I'm there.
And you know what? And it's okay.
I can't say that I'm there.
It's a journey.
It is such a journey. It really is. But it has to start with me.
Ashe.
It definitely has to start with
It does.
You know
and I
what I'm
think
saying?
that's what we have to remember. Like, it starts with me.
Yes.
And let me be, like you said, let me lead with who I want to be.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to, hopefully I can reflect, that will reflect to me. It'll reflect in return.
Exactly.
Because I want to be the change that I want to see.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Has your integrity ever been tested in the business?
Wow. You know
'Cause
what?
I know mine has.
Yes. You know what was funny? It was more so someone came to me. It was when I first started acting, a young lady came to me on set. It was an independent film, and she said, I don't feel comfortable with the director. I don't feel comfortable with how he's speaking to me. And
look at that.
I didn't know how to take that. And I was just kind of like, okay.
What were you?
Well, maybe
Were you acting?
I was acting in it.
Okay.
And I was like, well, maybe I can say something to him. Maybe, I don't. So, I talked to him on the side, and I was like, hey, some people aren't feeling comfortable with the environment. I didn't say directly you,
Right.
but I said with the things that are being said.
Look at that.
And so I kind of felt bad too, because I was like, I should have maybe addressed him directly. Hey, this sister, she doesn't feel comfortable with something you said to her, but I didn't know how to quite do that at the time. And so, but I felt like, okay, at least let me say something.
Yeah.
I got to say something,
Yeah. Did it make a difference?
I then I put myself, like, whenever he was around her, I will always be there as well. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow. And I'm not surprised that she would come to you. I'm not.
Wow.
I'm not surprised about it at all.
Wow.
I think it's so cool that when I do have people on the show and I really get a chance to tell them how I feel about them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's not what drove me to do Filmmakers Lab, but it's kind of the engine behind me now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's not to say that I don't have people on that I don't know.
Right.
I do have people on that I don't know, but I still try to find that common thing there that I can talk about that person.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And make it a more broad thing.
Absolutely. Yes.
So honestly, I'm not surprised that she came to you.
Wow.
So you just need to know that what you're putting out is exactly what it is that you want.
Ashe. That's.
And my next question was, how did you handle it? So you told how you handled it, how you did handle it. How important is integrity when it comes to roles? Because I know when I was watching Wu-Tang, I seen your butt naked ass on the TV. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my God, Jason's ass is hanging out. What is going on here?
Oh my goodness.
I said, what is going on? Now, that's not to say that you had to lower your integrity to do that.
Right.
Because the role, well, tell us a little bit about that role.
Yeah. So essentially, when I got that story is a story in and of itself.
Yeah.
How even the role came to me.
I bet.
Yeah. So I'll just say shout out to Co-Star Coaching. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Shout out
because
Co-Star Coaching.
she pushed me in the audition. Like, she pushed me. And so that. So when I read the breakdown, it was kind of like, okay, this guy, he is a Jamaican. Like, he's a hood. This is a hood cat. You know what I'm saying? He's dark. He's definitely malicious. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's this is who he is. And I was like, okay. Yeah. I said, okay, I've seen that. I can do that. You know what I'm saying? And so going there in the audition, once again, she pushed me to the point of like, okay, this is it. I am Cressy. And so when they said I had booked the role, it was like, whoa, okay, it's time. It's time, right? And so, like, even when, so funny, even when the RZA, so the first AD was like, hey, the RZA wants to talk to you about this character. And I was like, the RZA wants to talk to me? Okay.
A dream come true.
A dream come true.
We gonna talk about the rap stuff.
Yeah. So we talked about that, and he was like, "Yo, this character, Cressy was he's based on a real person, and he was really like he didn't say a lot, but when he spoke, everybody listened, and they knew not to mess with him. He was somebody that you did not mess with, and he just possessed this dark energy, and I was like, yes, sir, I can do that.
Look, I don't see how, but you did.
Yeah, I said I could do that.
You pulled it off.
And of course, and the audition was the sex scene, and I was like, okay, I know. Oh, wow. I know. I got my clothes on now, but I figure in the scene it's gonna be real,
right. And it was.
So even in the audition, she was like, yo, you gotta take your shirt off, Daddy. This is a real thing, and I was like, okay, got it.
Right,
yeah.
Right,
so
right.
yeah.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
But how important is integrity when you're picking the roles?
For me, I think it comes down to like what resonates with me and what I can be the most believable and how I can be the most believable. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, if I don't feel like I can be authentic in a role, I'm not going to. I'm gonna say decline. I'm gonna decline it.
Would you play a gay person?
And see, because I know. And I said yesterday, I was on a panel yesterday, and I said I could play any role. I could do anything because I'm an actor and because I'm a storyteller.
No doubt.
So at the same time, because I pour myself into a role, I don't know if I would be able to be authentic in having an affectionate interaction with another man.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I know, and I'm like, okay, there's someone out there who can be authentic and do that. And so that's where I'm at right now.
Because there are a few straight men that are playing gay.
Absolutely. And they're doing an amazing job.
Yeah, Jay Alphonse.
Oh my God, B-Valley.
Yeah.
Yo, and I met Brother Jay. Shout out to.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I want to meet him.
Yeah. Very cool.
So with him, of course I don't know him, but he does these lives.
Oh.
And he really puts himself out there. You
wow.
know? And I think he feels a need to do that.
Got it. Okay.
Because of the role he's taken.
Got it.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah,
you know
that's very authentic.
Because he gets a lot of hate talk.
I know he does.
You know what
he
I mean?
has to. I know he does.
Again, integrity.
Integrity. Yeah.
Mind your damn business.
Right.
Don't watch the show.
Right. Don't watch the show.
Don't watch
if you don't like it, don't watch it.
Don't watch it. And if you like it and you don't like that part, hit
fast forward.
Fast forward. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
It's just that easy.
It's easy. Yes. But yeah.
Okay. So are there any roles that you wouldn't take? I mean, you basically answered.
Yeah, I answered that. Yeah. And even with Cressy, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
A couple of people reached out and they were like, "Hey, you did a good job, but man, we wish they would cast real Jamaican people." And I was like, "Thank you for sharing that." But at the same time, I was as authentic as I could possibly be. I did my research. I prepared. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I was able to do that in that space. But thank you for sharing.
You did.
Well, thank you.
I was convinced.
Yeah.
I mean, I have Bajan on my mother's side.
Yes.
And I have nieces that are half Jamaican.
Yes.
So, of course we're looking for that. Did he get it right?
Yeah. And that's cool.
Yeah. No, definitely. But no, you did a great job.
Awesome.
And, I believed it. I was like, oh my God, that's Jason. That's all I kept saying. I was like, that's Jason.
Right.
What is going on? And even with 2 bits, like even that part,
Yeah.
when that first scene that we saw you, I was like, wow. What a transformation.
Yeah.
Like, man. I mean, I never doubted that you could act. Of course.
Right.
You were in my first 48-hour film. But,
Yes.
I was amazed. Like, wow, he's doing this thing.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Proud of
dope.
you.
That's
I'm proud
dope.
of you.
Thank you.
Okay,
blessed,
so
yes.
now we're going to talk about Jason Louder and his story. Because what I know is you wanted to play basketball. Oh, you played basketball.
Yes, I did.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
Oh, stop. You taking me back.
Hey, let's go back.
Yeah.
did you play? Like, how far did you get?
So I was at Dominique Wilkins basketball camp in the summer.
Oh, wow.
I was at Georgia Tech, was training with Bobby Crimmins.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I know these people.
Yeah, so I wanted to. I was gonna go to Georgetown. I was gonna, so I wanted to be that athlete, right?
You
so I
have the
trained, and I had the height.
What position did you play?
I played small forward.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was small forward. A couple of times I played power forward, but so that was like, of course, I played rec ball. You know what I'm saying? Well, my dad, he was one of my coaches, and then of course we kept. I went up in the league or whatever.
Yeah.
And then high school, I played my freshman year, played sophomore year, then junior year I got cut.
Oh.
Had a new coach. New coach came in.
I knew that.
Yeah. Oh, you knew? Ah, yeah.
I knew that.
You knew it. That's
wow.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about that? Like, did that make you say, okay, I'm done with this?
You know what? Honestly, Colleen, it was like it kind of like not put me in my place, but it did make me second guess my ability. I was like, dang, okay. But then somebody told me, well, the coach has a different vision for where he wants to take the team. And I was like, oh, okay.
But did that really matter?
It did not. It did not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I was like, well, I can still hoop. I can still play rec. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I was also in a rap group. And I was, so.
I know. What's the name of the rap?
The name of the first group I was in was called Understatement.
Okay.
And then, well, first it was called Future Black Inspirations, FBI.
Yeah.
Then
You're from here.
I'm from Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So then it became Understatement when we met Kelly, she was the first, well, she was a girl in the group, and so I met her in high school. So Kelly, we changed the name to Understatement, and then we started performing at like different like events. We performed with ABC and Crisscross.
Oh, wow.
We were performing at those like types of like showcases.
Yeah.
That was senior year. So I moved into the senior year, and then I was like, okay, I'm doing a rap now. I'm pursuing this rap thing. So then, of course, went to Georgia Southern.
That I don't see.
Wow. And you know what?
I don't see that.
You don't see the rap?
I don't see it.
But see, here's the thing. I think my influences, KRS One, Tribe Called Quest, Brand Nubian.
Nice.
Those are my influences. Okay. So I wanted to be like that. That's the kind of rap I was like, yo. And then when Goody Mob came out, it was like, there it is.
Okay.
That's,
I love all of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's my foundation right there.
Got it.
That's my foundation. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of.
You got bars.
I do.
That is great. I'm bugging. Wow.
And the crazy thing about it is that once I got to Georgia Southern, we met some other cats, and then we formed a group called Unknown Seeds. And so pretty much my role kind of shifted, and I became like the hype man of the group. So I was the hype man. I was like the Flavor Flav.
I could see that.
I was alive as all get out. So and they knew, yo, Jay, my name was Jake. Well, everybody's name, our rap names were our first and last name. So my name was J Loud. My cousin was B Price. The other dude was Mon Jones. That was we use our real names. Quam Scott, you know. Yeah.
But and then J Loud, I can see that.
J Loud, and I was the loudest one.
Wow.
Yeah. So the basketball thing kind of like that. It took the back burner to the rap.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
When did you rap?
We met in 90. That was 94, and we formed a group in 94. And then we were at it until like 2007.
Okay.
Yeah, 2008. Yeah, 08, 09. That's when we kind of like, folks started having babies. So it's like, okay, we can't do this. No, we can't put the same energy into it. You know what I'm saying? Get married.
You don't have kids, do you?
I don't have any children.
Okay. Wow. So how did you get into the business? Like, how did you become Jason C. Louder, the actor?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
That transition. So we were actively pursuing the music. Then once my cousin, he was like, I can't do it like the same way no more. And then, Mon was like, I can't do the same thing. I got a wife and I got children. You know what I'm saying? So me and Quan were like, all right, let's go for it. So we were at it. Like we were performing, opening for Outkast, opening for 112, like, you know what I'm saying? We were like going. And then one day he just called me because that was we were living almost two lives. So we were MCs at night and teachers during the daytime.
Oh, okay.
So we were teaching.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So he called me one day. He was like, hey, you should go to this audition at Georgia State. And I was like, for what? He was like, for this play. And I was like, I'm not an actor. And he was like, no, but you so animated, you be acting all the time. And I was like, okay, I'll go, and see what happens. So I went to an audition at Georgia State University, and I tell the story because I believe that acting found me. And so when I went into the audition, she gave me the size, and I was like, okay, what you want me to do with this?
Right.
She was like, oh, you're green.
I know you were like, what are signs?
Right. What are these?
Right.
And so she was like, just read over these, and when we call your name, you can come in and you're gonna read with the director. Right. And so they called me in. I read over. I was like, oh, this is powerful. Okay. So when the director was like, okay, let's just go through the scene, and we went through it, and I was like, something just happened, and I was like, yo, these aren't. I'm not just reading this. This is real, and it resonated, and I was like, whoa. Wow. And so she was like, thank you. And then the next person, another director was like, hey, can you read mine? And I was like, yeah. And she gave it to me, and we went back and forth, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. The next director was like, hey, can you read mine too? But can you use a Jamaican accent? And I was like, Quam is Jamaican. So I said, yes, I can.
Wow.
And so I did that. And then the last two was like, hey, can you? Yeah. And so the department chair, Charlene Holmes, she called me that night. She was like, Jason, you were cast in all 5 of the plays.
Wow.
But I can't let you do that because.
So this was theater.
This was theater. She said, you never acted before. You can choose 2.
Shut up.
And I chose 2, and those 2 changed my life. Changed my life.
Do you remember what they were?
The first one was called Our Liberated Freedom. And that was written by Dr. Asantewa Suni Ali.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was playing a Black Panther.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo. And then the second one was called Salam. And I was playing an Islamic terrorist who had died and went to So it was just me. On stage.
Islamic terrorist that died. So you were playing a spirit in it.
I was playing a spirit in actuality.
And that person.
He had committed. He blew up a plane, and then went up and met his maker, and had to fight for his way into to heaven. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yo, crazy. But
that's interesting, though.
Super interesting.
Listen, it makes me feel like, man, I wish I would have wrote something like that.
Yo! Yes!
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Can we see any of the, are any of them on film?
I don't think they recorded it. They may have, but that was, I'll ask because of Dawn, I know she wrote the second one. And so I still have contact with her. So I'll reach out to her.
So question,
yes.
What do you prefer? Theater or film? Like what is because you've crossed the gamut here. You've done film, you've done TV, you've done theater.
Yeah.
What do you prefer?
What do I
prefer? Anything.
Anything, right. And that's that's like asking a dad, do you like your daughter or your son?
Okay.
Right. Because I feel like
My bad.
No, it's okay. Because that's a great question. But I feel like, and this is what was told to me. Theater is an actor's medium. Film and television is a director's medium.
Oh, okay.
So
I get it.
In theater, once we've done all the rehearsals and the play goes up, the director walks away. And we don't see him ever again. He said, now it's y'all's play. And that's what's dope about that. So, because now it's on us.
And it's instant gratification
It's
too.
instant. It's immediate, right?
Yeah.
With film, the director can say, hey, okay, let's change. Okay, cut. Let's do this. I want to see this. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm still acting. I'm still doing my job. I'm still, but it's more of the editor and the director and the, post. And so all that magic happens then.
Yeah.
But with theater, it's like, bam.
Yeah.
And so.
Gotta be Off book.
Right. Yes. And
Off book meaning you have to know your lines.
Come on. Preach. Teach.
That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go back too when you were talking about sides. So sides are just the whatever it is that you're doing.
Right.
That portion.
Yes.
Of the script.
Of the script.
Yeah. It's just a small portion of the script that they
Yes.
give to the actor to do the rehearsals.
Right. Or the audition. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you enjoy most about being an actor?
Living truthfully under imaginary circumstances.
Hey.
Honestly, Colleen, I love the with theater. I love the it's like a catch-22. I love the rehearsal process because we're able to explore and dig and ask questions and really dig deep together into our characters. Like we're doing this together, right?
Yeah.
With film, they give you the script. All right, you get it. Come on set, be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with theater, you're actually together collectively as an ensemble. We're doing the work. We're doing the asking the questions. We're going it out, doing it again, rehearsing for 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's taxing. It can be taxing.
I bet.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the time commitment can be kind of like, oh gosh, okay. So the play isn't until December, but it's October and we're rehearsing already.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it can be committing. With taxing and it can take a toll with the rehearsal process. But I love it though.
Yeah.
I love it. You know.
So would you say that's the least?
It's kind of like the best in it's like my favorite part and my least favorite part. You know what I'm saying? Because like now that I'm doing film and television, it's like I can't commit to that time anymore. When I really want to do the theater, I'm like, but I can't. The time, you know what I'm saying?
I know a lot of people just say, okay, I'm just going to put that on the back burner, and they actually go back into the theater.
Yeah.
Like Denzel did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you can do that, that's oh my God, that's the beauty and the joy. And I did a couple of plays over the pandemic.
Oh, you did?
I did one play over the pandemic. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever done anything on Broadway in New York?
I haven't yet.
Broadway? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't yet on Broadway.
Yeah.
I did a play off Broadway.
Off. Okay.
Yeah, you said
that's the same.
That's
to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so
yes.
it was a theater festival, and it was called Black Monologues.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I want to say I heard of that.
Yeah. I know you've heard of it because it came. Jacquay Waller, Dreamcatchers Productions.
Yeah.
That's his brainchild.
Okay.
And so it's been on tour. And I came in at a very sweet spot because they had done a tour a couple of times, and I came in when they were really like fresh and just raw. And his process is so amazing. It's so interesting because he says that you're the character the whole time. Even when we have Q&A, he says you're still the character.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's a quite interesting process.
Yes.
Yeah. But I do love theater.
Okay.
I do love it. And I think as an actor, if you haven't done theater, then I'm going to say this. If you haven't done theater, then you quite haven't lived as an actor yet. I just, because theater, it's a different space, and it pushes you to a different place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some of my most challenging roles have been in theater.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. I can imagine.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Sour Milk. Can you talk about it real quick?
Yes.
Yeah, because I have a few more questions I want to ask.
Oh, absolutely.
But go ahead.
So one night I had a dream, and I don't know, I do know, it came from the ancestors.
No doubt.
I had a dream that this little boy, his mom was whipping him, and she was beating him, and she wouldn't stop whipping him, right? And I was like, yo, what was that? And so
wow,
I shared it with somebody, and they were like, yo, wow, that's the same thing that slave masters did to the slaves.
No doubt.
If they were out of line, they would beat them. So wait, so why do we beat our children? That was passed down to us. So that was a spark of Sour Milk, and I wanted to talk about post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Oh wow.
Dr. Joy DeGruy You know what I'm saying? She kind of coined that phrase, if you will. But I was like, hey, maybe we should do like some shorts. At first it was like, let's do like these, I don't know, 1 minute shorts that, okay, you see the boy beating, and then we transition over to a slave whipping a slave master whipping a slave, and it'd be done. But then it kind of evolved into, hey, we're gonna do short films, and now we're doing pieces in different genres about post-traumatic slave syndrome. So I was just blessed to be able to reach out to all the people who I had done work with in the past, who we've done short films with, independent film, you know, and I just reached out and was like, hey, y'all, this is the vision, and are y'all open? And everybody was like, yo, yes. You know what I'm saying? So it was a beautiful experience. And I did it also because I wanted to know what it was like to produce something. I had never produced anything. And so I wanted
hard.
to, it's super. And I was like, once I ran out of money, I was like, okay, I guess. So
we're done.
you know, it was, and you know, there were a few other things like the I would say that we experienced post-traumatic slave syndrome as a team, and it did some things, and that's what kind of broke everything.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I was on the set with the one where I want to say the kids in church.
Yes.
Yeah.
Smack. Yeah.
Yeah, Smack.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Kevin wrote a beautiful. Yeah. And
Yeah.
that was. Whew, yeah. So yeah. so those were we were there, and I here's my thing. I always want to revisit it because I think that those stories still need to be told.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they need to be told by us.
By us.
Yes. They need to be told by us.
By us.
You know?
Because they're our stories.
They're our stories.
You know?
Exactly. And you know, we talked off, well, I don't know if it's on camera, but we did talk about, you know, how white executives will literally say, oh no, black people don't act like that.
Right.
Or black people don't want to see that. You know? Yeah. Making those kind of assumptions and you know, but here we have the Woman King.
Come on.
Listening to them talk about how they had to fight for that and how the director, Gina Prince Blythewood, had to basically go in on these executives and say, y'all are bugging.
Wow.
Watch what we do.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Watch what we do.
Yeah.
So yes, we need to be telling these stories.
We do.
We need to be
telling these stories.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and it's another reason why I'm independent, and I will always be independent because I don't want to have to beg anybody.
Yeah.
You know, for anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And also, yes, and we can also not play the game, but like navigate our way as most effectively as possible until we've reached the point to where we're in Issa Rae or you know, like you said, Gina Prince Blythewood or Lena Waithe, you know what I'm saying? Or you know, Ryan Coogler, you know what I'm saying? So we can get into positions so where we can say, okay, no, we're advocating for ourselves now, and this is the story that we're going to tell.
Yep, and this is how
we're going to tell it.
Exactly, from our lens.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And Ava DuVernay with Array. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Love her.
Yes. So we can be empowered now.
Yes,
you know,
sure.
and take our power back.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it has
been.
What
I mean?
It has been.
Yes.
It has been.
And that's why, you know, I use this platform the way I do.
Yeah. No, and I completely love it. And I completely get it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Salute to you.
Thank you. So I want to go off just a little bit.
Okay.
Just from what we were talking about.
Yes.
We're going to wrap this up in a minute.
Okay.
So I was on your IMDb, of course. And you have done a lot. I didn't even realize. I was scrolling back and scrolling back and scrolling back and scrolling back. And then I'm thinking, how old is Jason? I'm scrolling back. I see all these films. I'm like, damn, okay, this is what's up. Yeah. But in your bio, you use the word self-discovery. And what have you learned about yourself through this acting journey? Wow. And is there a role that really touches on that, like that resonates?
Ooh. Golly, that's such.
Sorry.
No. I love
I have
it.
to ask the hard questions.
You have to ask the hard questions. I know that's your job. You know what I'm saying? But it's good though because when I said self-discovery, on this journey, that's been the most beautiful part of the process. Learning about me, learning about myself, right?
Yeah.
And these roles have taught me about some of my insecurities.
Because you have to be so vulnerable.
You got to be so vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
And some of my some of my shortcomings. And so I'm like, whoa, I don't use it as therapy, but it can be therapeutic.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it can be also it can be some shadow work. Because I also learned about the dark side of me because I know it exists because I've had to play dark characters.
Look at that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, I always run to the light now because I know that the darkness is possible. So I'm going to run to the light always.
Look at that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
And it shows.
Ashe.
It definitely shows, for sure.
But that's a good balance. But no, because we have to know the dark in
You
order
do.
to be able to embrace the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Human becoming.
Ah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
And what does it mean to you? Because when you said it, it kind of knocked me over the head. Because I'm a believer that we shouldn't be doing, we should be being.
Right.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
So what does that mean?
So the great Freddie Hendrix, so that I feel you on that because one of my first acting teachers, he said, acting is doing is being, and being is believing.
Oh, look at that.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, ooh, I've taken that with me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
From that was my first.
Say that
was
again.
My first acting class.
Say that again.
Acting is doing.
Right.
Doing is being, and being is believing.
Believing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Freddie, Mama Freddie, thank you. Because that thing hit me so hard. It was like, ooh.
Right.
And so when I heard my homegirl, Armelia, she said, we are human becomings. And I was like, oh, I can dig that. Because, of course, as human beings, we're living, we're experiencing daily. But as we're being, we're evolving constantly.
Definitely.
So we're becoming
Every day.
right? And I think Deepak Chopra, he said that we are spiritual beings having a human experience.
Yes, he did.
Oh, so I'm like, yes. So we're becoming.
Yeah.
We are becoming and evolving daily. You know?
Yep.
So that's what human becoming means to me.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yes.
See, I was like, I know I can get deep with this.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so anything you got coming up that you could talk about?
I could talk about.
Yeah, because I know I seen some pre-production and post-production things on your
Yes, on the page. Yes.
Yeah.
So I can say this: I will be in season 3 of BMF.
Oh.
Can't say where and how, but yes.
Nice. Yes.
Yes. So shout out to Star. Shout out to all the Tasha, Shaquela, like everybody. Like that's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
And I'm currently working on another show, where where I'm
really talk
playing.
about
Yeah, I can't really talk about.
Is it dark?
No, it's actually this is my first light show. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm like, yeah.
Is it a comedy?
It is a comedy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice
so that'd be a nice change.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
sure.
I honestly, I can say this. I'm doing some. It's more of I'm playing more of a background role though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm in. Yeah.
You have lines though.
I do have lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Background.
And when I say background, it's more of like
supporting.
supporting. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, do you have any advice for any upcoming actors?
Yeah. And I think when they always ask me, well, I want to be an actor, what do I do?
Yeah.
Read.
Hello.
Read. Like there's a unlimited plethora of information on being on acting, right? Read scripts, read stage plays, screenplays. Get into class and find your tribe.
Yep.
The people who are in the trenches with you. Like, shout out to Victor Love, Evolve Acting. That's where I found my tribe. And I was like, okay, we are here together. And I would see them work and I'd be like, damn, I'm not on game. I'm not on point today. I got to step my game up because he just killed this scene. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we would push each other
Yeah.
to our greatness.
Got it.
And so you got to find that group of people that you can do that with.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then create together. We were like, yo, we can do our own short. You got a camera. You know how to direct. We got 2 actors. Yo,
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm waiting on Tyler Perry. I'm waiting on. No. As creatives, it is our job to create.
Yep. Whenever, however.
However, you know what I'm saying?
Guerrilla style.
Yes, guerrilla style. Yes. So yeah, that's.
But I mean, at the same time, you still want it to be good.
Good.
You want your pieces to be good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
you don't
important.
want to just do anything and make trash.
Right.
Because there's a lot of trash.
It's a lot of trash.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And another reason for Filmmakers Lab. You know,
Yeah.
I want to educate people.
So good.
Yeah, and inspire people.
Ashe. Because that's the thing. The only time you lose is when you quit.
Hey.
So if you this industry is about staying power, staying in it until that opportunity presents itself and your preparation meets opportunity. Boom, that's the blessing.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's it. I'm so grateful. Thank you. This is beautiful. This is so dope. I love it.
I want to have you back on too whenever
Absolutely.
you have anything that you can talk about.
Oh, absolutely. I would love.
Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
So my Instagram is jason.louder, and I'm working better, y'all. Please just be patient with me. I'm learning the social media. I had a really reluctance. I don't know.
I can tell.
Because I'm old school. I like to talk to people. I like to let's go out to coffee.
It's still necessary.
It is necessary.
Yeah, but you do need that presence.
That presence is important.
Yeah, for sure. So that's Instagram.
That's Instagram. On Facebook, it's just Jason Louder, and then on Twitter, it's just Jason.Louder.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna make him start posting a little bit more. Because I had to dig.
Yes, please, somebody help.
I did find some stuff.
Oh goodness.
But I appreciate you again.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
it
you,
for
Queen.
Filmmakers Lab. I don't know what episode this is. This is the Jason Louder episode.
Oh, I love it. I love the title too. That
You
was
love
so
it?
dope. I was like, wow.
Oh, hey.
God.
Listen. Oh, now it's up to LA to put that on the description. Because that's what came to mind. We're not going to give it away, though. We'll let people see it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's Filmmakers Lab,
Yes.
Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. And I will see y'all there. That's
Peace
a
and
wrap.
blessings.